let's go play some Magic. All right. So, we are back on the Mana Symbol channel. And we are playing a submission from a wonderful user, Phoenix, who is a Velomachus Turns veteran along with me. And he has submitted a traditional turns list. So for those who don't remember these, this is a severely boomer style of deck with some wonderful updates from Modern Horizons 2 and for the current metagame. So we're playing some Dictate of Kruphix here. This is one blue flash at the beginning of each player's draw step. That player draws an additional card. Neat. So this is Howling Mine, but it is a flash enchantment, which means you don't always miss out on the first card. It's also important that it's an enchantment because it's way harder to disrupt. Much fewer people are playing anything that will kill that. We've got some Fire Ices, we got some Chalices, Prismatic Ending, good old Prismatic Ending Chalice, 2 for like two-piece combo. I don't have words. We've got some Counterspells, 1 Snapcaster Mage, 1 Gigadrowse. Gigadrowse is kind of like a turn spell light because you can tap your opponent's lands down during their upkeep, so basically you'll have them skip most of their turn. Yeah, thank you, Harry the Lizard Wizard. There we go. So we've got that. We've got some Archmage's Charm. We've got Teferi, Time Raveler, and Jace. Jace is usually really important in taking turns because he lets you... Well, Planeswalkers in general are really good in the taking turn strategy because you get to activate them every turn. Teferi, Time Raveler is not super great at it. He draws you 1/3 of a card per turn, which is really slow. Whereas Jace giving you a Brainstorm every turn is super powerful, especially with copies of Temporal Mastery in your deck. So we've got Temporal Mastery, part the Waterveil, Time Warp, and Exhaustion as different ways to take turns. Exhaustion is not really a turn spell, but if your opponent's creatures and lands are mostly tapped, then having them stay that way means they're unlikely to be able to do too much to you on the turn that they get. Then we've got a pretty reasonable looking sideboard. I have not played a turns deck that didn't have Wrenn and 6 in it in a while. And these tend to be a little bit harder to handle. So I'm interested to see what happens, to say the least. Interested to say what'll happen. I think I got my mic. I could give my mic a little hotter gain. There we go. Yeah, you're not even that far away, freak. Bring Fago if you're coming to Canada. We used to be able to buy Fago here. I bought it when I was at Halliburton with the Boy Scouts. Came in 3-liter bottles. Hey, Darth Combo, welcome back, buddy. Get you a small couch? Sure. So there we go. All right, let's go. Let's go. Wow, Inkmoth Nexus already being a little inconvenient, but we'll go ahead and keep this. I didn't read out exactly what some of our turn spells are. We got part the Waterveil in this deck, which is one that you don't see very often. 6 mana, take an extra turn. You do exile it, and then it's got Awaken for total of 9 mana. Damn, freak. You old. But you know, like in a good way. Dictate of Kruphix against a deck full of counterspells where we're trying to resolve 6-mana spells. I don't think this is going to go very well for us. Rats. Gee, I wonder what I'll discard here. So this is at the beginning of each player's draw step, so we can't play it during their upkeep. We have to wait until their end of turn. Yeah, usually Phoenix, but we'll see. You had pho tonight? You're so happy? That's awesome, dude. Okay, so I don't have double white, but they don't have stub here. Also, we could easily find double white. Now, they definitely have Drown in the Lock. Okay, opponent's reading Dictate of Kruphix, which is fun. Really? Okay, interesting choice. Well, we're missing land drops, so that's not good. Go get him, buddy. Boop! I feel like I must have had tripe because my German grandmother is not a monster. Like, she definitely would have fed me tripe at some point, but I don't remember ever having eaten it. I've definitely had a bunch of spam at Vietnamese restaurants in Toronto, and it is delicious. Well, it would be if it had resolved Chaos Theory. They've got Kroxa coming in next turn, although we can exile that too. So I think I would rather Prismatic Ending there than Exhaustion, because then I just get hit with a Shadow. They're absolutely ruckusing us on value, though. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of Master Shake, yeah, but I wasn't able to do it. There were too many cards in my graveyard. Yeah, this is absolutely like the worst possible kind of matchup. I mean, we have 4 Chalices. If we had drawn any number of Chalice, we maybe were okay. But the Kroxa coming down this turn means we're going to 1 card in hand, and none of them are... Okay, they take the Snap, they're going to play the Kroxa, get me to discard the Exhaustion. Oh, they're going to play the Lurrus. And I don't have a 3rd color, so we need to rip a fetch land. Yeah, that's not going to do it. I mean, I can Chalice on 1, but they'll just double Kroxa if they're smart. If they just play the Kroxa, we'll be okay, maybe. But if they have another land and they double Kroxa, I'm dead. I mean, I'm not dead, but I'm in top deck, and that's not going to go well. Yeah, it's fine, I mean... Okay, so this doesn't necessarily mean they have the next land. Thanks, Chaos Theory. Alright. Nope. I mean... Pass the turn. Thanks there, Spunky Joe. All right, once again, not just casting the Kroxa, which is kind of helpful, but now they have 3 cards in hand, so it's like there's almost no chance. Also, this means as soon as we do exile the Lurrus, they're just hard casting the Kroxa. We need to find another answer. We've already drawn 2 Prismatic Endings and then this one. Yeah. I'm done there. It's usually a good matchup for, or it's Timely Reinforcements is a good card. Rip seems decent, yeah. These are all fine. I think I have to cut down on top end in order to kind of have a chance. And then we cut the Murktide. This is my playlist for now, Freak, but the song requests are open. It's empty, so it's empty. I always put on whatever because I don't like having to type in a bunch of stuff at the beginning. All right, we're going to try it like this. We'll keep the Snapcaster Mage because there's not a 100% chance we're going to draw or resolve the rip. Sure. Modern's so crazy right now. Yeah, it's pretty great. I mean, getting to talk about such a completely nutball amount of diversity is a big appeal of doing This Week in Modern for me. All right. This game's going better. Also, they're playing Dragon's Rage Chandler alongside Kroxa and Lurrus and Death Shadow. Is it weird that seems, like, wrong to me? Like, Dragon's Rage Chandler is so small compared to their other threats. But I guess the free value and the surveils is worth it. I don't know. I don't play enough of that card. This is always... Oh, maybe they don't have Ragavans? Or maybe they prefer it to Ragavan. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know if that's right or not. But this is actually... I'm glad they took the Dictate, because I'm pretty sure this is not a good matchup for Dictate, because like most of their spells are cheaper than our spells. So like they took Dictate instead of Archmage's Charm, and I can just resolve an Archmage's Charm here, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to. Because like I just can't imagine anything that they're going to play that's going to necessitate a response from me. Oh, of course they're playing Ragavan. Of course it turns out they're playing Ragavan. Well, they grabbed a Chalice they can't use, so that's good. They have the second land, though. Oh, well, they're playing Kroxa, that's good. I will lose Flooded Strand. Yep. I'm gonna try to cycle this. Makes sense to me. Yeah, it does. It's a good draw. A real good draw. Yeah. Apparently we're just playing blue-white control now. Which is fine. Teferi's +1 feels like it should be a -1. Not really. It's a pretty minor. Teferi's +1 is very minor. It's literally worthless in a large number of situations. Like, obviously you build your deck around it, but, like, it doesn't do anything. The fact that his -1 also draws a card, now that's something to talk about. So they still have Dash Monkey in their hand, but obviously they can't resolve it. They're almost definitely playing KCOM, though. Well, obviously the real problem with Teferi is the static ability. Making his +1 a -1 would even him out. Well, he's one of the rares. He's supposed to have a plus. He's not one of the uncommons. Oh, man. That's funny. Alright, so, like, I have... Oh, never mind. I was about to say, like, I have Counterspell in my deck, but I'm going to play Chalice on one, but, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay, so... Yeah, I'm going to Chalice on two. The question is, like, what am I doing with this Teferi? Am I going to plus it, let the Lurrus attack it, and then next turn play the second Teferi? I guess I could trade the Inkmoth for Lurrus in combat, but, or, to ding the Lurrus in combat. That doesn't really seem like a good idea. Do they have any kind of counter magic for more than two? I don't think so. But KCOM is the card we're really worried about at this point. Yeah, I was thinking about it, Spider, but I feel like that's insane, but it may not have been. Of course, this draw is a little unfortunate. I needed to minus there. I forgot that this can't resolve. It's fine. We'll just do it this way. This is not at all what I wanted to do. I got distracted by the question about Chalice on 3, and I did think about it, and then I just didn't do it. All right. Well. Okay, well, that doesn't work. I don't know how I'm supposed to win at this point, also. Like, so I cut some of the part the Waterveil, so we have 1 Jace. I feel like this has way less win conditions than the old Taking Turns list. Oh, we have, yes, Hallowed Storm Giants. Start chaining turns. Yeah, I guess. But I've kind of screwed myself with the Chalice on 2 more than I thought I would. I forgot how many 2s there were because there are like a bunch of secret 2s. Like Fire Ice. I mean, we're also just getting a bit unlucky. Like, obviously the Chalice on 2 is useful, but it's not, yeah, it's not good. Yeah, the thing about bouncing the Lurrus and then trying to put a Chalice on 3 and then bouncing the Lurrus is just... There's such a high chance that they're able to counter that Chalice. Well, I guess maybe not, though, because I had the rip. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good draw. It is a good draw. It should get me somewhere. I can't. I was definitely planning on doing it to protect my Teferi, but I can't. And because I had, or not had to, but because I had minus my Teferi already, I wasn't able to. Yeah. I do. Once I had thought about it more, Spider, I get it. Okay, there we go. So, Lurrus is dealt with, and we should have the game from that point. More cards you can't use, opponent? Enjoy. This point, there's a small chance you can... Well, that means I'm not going to play any turn spells? That seems crazy. That does not seem like a reasonable way to try to win a game. Yeah, I'll cast that. I mean... Small being, like, in this case, like, non-zero, yes. Yeah, I could target them with Time Warp, that's true. That legitimately was a miracle. Because now we get to do this and the game's over. Yeah. Opponent knows when they've been beat. Yeah, there's a lot more 2s in this deck than I thought. Fluster over Counterspell gets... Yeah, but it doesn't deal with their threats, right? Which is I mean, not... They do play a lot of cheap interaction, so maybe that's better. Because their threats are very cheap. And countering a Kroxa on the front side is not much of a thing. Maybe I can take the Murktide because I can just gamble that we'll hit this before we hit the Rest in Peace. I drew the Rest in Peace last game, the one of Rest in Peace at a reasonable time, so there's a much more likely chance we just never find it this game, right? That's how that works? Pretty sure I know how math works. Alright, I'm gonna keep this on the draw. It's got a Chalice, right? Like... Maybe they go DRC on one. Okay, they're not playing DRC on one. But we have a Flusterstorm for a discard spell if we get to have mana before things happen. It's probably Ragavan here. I'm just saying anything that isn't a discard spell. Hey, it's Ragavan. Nice. I mean, I can't remove it, but unless I draw a fetch land. Bang. Come on, deck. I said bang. Jesus. Don't you understand the meaning of the word bang? Ooh. That sucks. Discard spell, discard spell, discard spell. Yeah! No, surveil away. Haha. Of course, this Chalice on one is not gonna be that good. With all the things that have resolved already. They only need a land in their graveyard to flip the Channeler. So... probably already in trouble. Now they sack the treasure for the other discard spell. Yep. They still didn't flip the Channeler. It would have been so good if we hit a fire. Oh, they took the Chalice, maybe. Maybe. Come on, baby. Nothing but garbage. Got it. Beep, 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 beep. They can't take... Oh, you're right. You're right. They probably wouldn't have, but they definitely couldn't have. Hey, thanks for the resub there, The Last God. They're playing Flusterstorm? You psychopath. Alright, this flips the Channeler. Yeah, so these are just... I mean, obviously we've drawn a hand with some of our clunky spells in it, but these matchups are a nightmare for any deck like this. Oh, sorry, you decided to try to register any spells of converted mana cost 3 or more in Modern? Let me introduce you to all the 1 mana interaction. And 1 mana threats. Now, if we had resolved a Chalice, obviously, it would have been brutality. But of course, they just got under it, and they had double discard. So, it is what it is. You will lose these games. As Freak said, or as Phoenix said, this is expected to be a very poor matchup. They have another discard. Well, of course they do. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But this has given them just the leverage on the mana. The turn 1 monkey just like ate us alive there. But mostly the missed land drops and the non-stop discard. So far it doesn't feel like Decrucis's fix for the lag is working, but maybe it will. It seems to be starting to get laggy at the normal rate. What graveyard height does Blue Moon run? Usually Relic. They could run Lantern, they could run Crypt, but usually they run Relic. Alright, so one lander, can't keep that one. Oops, all 3-drops. I mean, on the draw, in the dark, opponent has no companion. Sure. I'm not going to be taking any damage, so maybe Exhaustion on 3, Dictate on 4. Alright, looks like maybe we're in a control matchup. Ice Fang Codal. Jeez. Oh. Shardless Bant, eh? Yeah, sure. You got it, opponent. Shardless Bant. Fire Ice off the top? Anyone? Fire Ice off the top? Nope. I mean... If it's the one about the escaped rhinos, Alex, I wrote that one, so that's... I got that one covered. Oh. Oh, yeah. Well, that's bad news. So we're taking 8 damage this turn? Fuck. We're not even close to doing anything. Oh my goodness. Steal the germ? Yeah, I can do. Or I can try. I mean, that's the play here, but... Gimme. They've finally been incentivized to play a counterspell. Okay. Force of Negation. Yeah, I mean, I get it, guys, but like, there was just almost no chance it was going to resolve, and I'm not doing anything. I mean, I don't mean to be, but it's just like we're just dead. Brutal. All right, well, verdict in. This seems like a pretty bad Chalice matchup. And then we want disputes, yeah. Main deck Force of Negation that's not in Cascade. Yeah, that is true, but I mean they just tapped for it, so it was cancel, right? So it wasn't like it was. You'd bring in the counter magic, yeah, but how much counter magic? Like I don't really want Flusterstorm here. That's gonna be too much. I like the Mystical Disputes, but I don't think I like Force of Negation or Flusterstorm here. And like if we had drawn Fire Ice a little bit earlier, like we would have been okay there, but we just didn't. All right. This is Mobetta, I think. I think if this deck has hands that look okay, this is like one of them. Also, welcome back, Canada Man. The Urza 5.0 has been published. Also, the tweet got some great responses. I couldn't find you on the Twitter sphere, so you were not clout linked, but I did say it was from you. Well, that's terribly unfortunate. Yeah, my 5.0 was published. He's not on Twitter. There are Canada Mans on Twitter, but they are not him. That's a good draw. Oh, they got Sword of Fire and Ice this time? Alright, we're going to let this go then. The blue-white Berzalist. Were you playing Ingenious Smith? Because that's what I really want to play in that deck. And Freak is going to play something like that tonight. Probably have. Cauldron in hand. I don't mind. Yeah, I'm good. They don't, apparently. I think the reason they got the Sword of Fire and Ice was to dodge the removal. I think that was more likely in this case, but, obviously I'm just speculating. No Cauldron. Hey, thanks for the follow there, Dr. T. Sanchez, 93. Trophy? Trophy 24? Trophy 24? Ooh. Crude? Nope. Yeah, well, there used to be blue-green turns lists, and then they took away our Urros. I told them they'd take them over my cold, dead body, and they took them anyway, without killing me. So, I don't know what to say about that. I guess I was disappointed. I can't believe we didn't draw land again. I think ramping is important too. Well, and then you could... I'm just always going to fall into the trap of playing Teamer. I think if you want to play taking turns, just play Teamer. Just play Ren in 6. If you want to win, play Ren in 6. For the love of God, play Ren in 6. Just play the freaking Ren in 6, dude. Brobot, robot, whoever you are, just play the freaking Ren in 6 and win the games. But that's me. It's not about Velo. Velo's fine. Velo's totally acceptable. You can play Velo, you can not play Velo, I really don't care. But play Ren in 6. Just play Ren in 6. Yeah, elementals with Uro. Well, Uro's not an elemental, so I don't know if they would be that much better, but... What is... Oh, they have Force. Shit. That's really bad. Ren and 7 actually would work for a taking turns deck. So we ran into a tempo deck, and then we ran into another tempo deck. What? It's a giant. It's a titan. They fought the gods. It's not just about the draw as Phoenix, though. It's also the matchup. Like, we hit a second blue tempo deck. And this one, instead of playing cheap interaction, is playing literally free interaction that we're gassing up. Well, he's the Titan of Nature's Wrath. Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. These draws have not been kind. Like, we've missed the land drop multiple turns in a row with Dictate in play and a Time Warp in hand. But we're due for a Temporal Mastery. They shock and they pass the turn. That's just rude, opponent. Like, you're supposed to be casting spells on your turn. Uh-huh. Alright. I pretty much guarantee that they have an Ice Fang Codal. But maybe Cryptic Command? Maybe both by this point. Beast within their own clue token. Yeah, I mean, that was sick. Still have 3 mana open. Apparently I should have brought in Flusterstorm. We're playing 23 lands, board. We didn't skimp. Deck is not light on lands. 40, we're 20 cards into the deck. Okay, so this isn't out. I don't have a counterspell to back it up, so do we try to tap 2 lands? No, I just don't care. I'm gonna cast Timely, and if they have a counterspell for this, I'm gonna scoop. I don't care. I just don't care. Because it just could so easily also just be counterspell, or they could also have Force of Negation. Yeah, they pitched for Force of Negation. 0 risk. 0 risk by opponent. They had it all. They wanted us to know. Jesus Christ. That was unreal. Nyambi for the blowout on the Fire Ice. And they never even replayed the tracker. They didn't need to. Tap the sword to remove its abilities. Now you're thinking with portals. That's fine. Sometimes you just get trashed. Have you played this list, Phoenix, or did you send it to me to torture me? Because I looked at it and I was like, this can't possibly work. But I mean, Phoenix wouldn't send me a list that's just like. He played it? I wonder if it was any good. We have had a really bad matchup spread, though. Oh, thanks, Suspicious Low. Yeah, I mean, you thoroughly trashed us there, but I don't know if this deck has any hope against anyone who's playing any kind of cheap interaction. Yeah, I agree with you, Heard of Me, so I'm gonna talk about what I would do with this deck at the end if I'm not too broken. There's a whole bunch of problems I have with this. Good God, another Watery Grave. Spike wasn't even playing this deck today. Why is everyone playing this deck? I don't even know if it's this deck, but it's a Luris deck with Watery Graves. I mean, yeah, it's fine, Suspicious Low. But he's not even playing this deck today. I don't think he even played this deck on the weekend. I don't know what's going on that I'm running into Grixis midrange twice in a single league. You want to play the waiting game, opponent? Very well. I think I will win this. Although the waiting game is pretty boring. You want to play Hungry Hungry Hippos instead? No? Okay. Play something for 2 mana. You must. You are obligated to. Don't fetch till you have to. Sure. Why? Oh, you're worried about Scourge of the Skyclaves? Yeah, that's fair. That's okay. First of all, I said it to him on stream multiple times, and he never acknowledged it, and other people were saying it too. That deck was not mono green Stompy. That deck is mono green Devotion. What kind of Stompy deck is playing like Nissa's Oath of Nissa? There was like a bunch of cards in there where it's like, dude, this is not a Stompy card, like at all. There is like no aggressive 2-drop in his Stompy deck. Don't understand what was going on there. Yeah, like Galta, the Steel Leaf. And I'm not saying you have to play like Steel Leaf Champion because I don't think that you could do that in Modern, but Great Henge. Well, no, I think he had Geist. I never saw it. Oh no, I did see it. But that it was like that's what I'm saying with Free. It was like a mix of Stompy and Devotion. But it felt a lot more like it was trying to go bigger. Like there weren't enough aggressive small creatures that I was seeing. It was just, I don't know, it just seemed loose. It was a mono green Stompy list that doesn't lose to 3 shocks. I guess so, but then like, is it a Stompy list? But wait, what? No, what are you talking about? Like, you're supposed to have giant creatures. Stompy usually plays some like thick boys. Some like 5/4s, 5/5s, 6/6s, Thruns on the top of the curve. Not that you can play Thrun nowadays. It's just like, I don't know. It just didn't seem like a Stompy. I tend to have on the I was just unlucky glasses when I play my Kruphix decks. Got it. Good to know. Got it. Yeah, I got you. I don't think... I would like one prediction from you for the new Innistrad set Beyond. There will be flip cards. Sorry, you would like me to make a prediction? I should have trimmed the dictate probably, yeah. You would like me to make a prediction about the Innistrad set? There will be one card that semi-explicitly Oh, they missed it. Okay, so I missed my fetch for Raugrin Triome because they missed their land drop and I wasn't expecting it. I predict a card that is a semi-explicit reference to Twilight. That is my prediction. I predict one werewolf or werewolf adjacent card that is a semi-explicit reference to Twilight. If that's not good enough for you, I'll try again. And yes, I hope Snap is in the set. What? That was a cursed prediction for sure, but if you'd like I don't know, some other kind of prediction. I really hope Snap is in the set. They said something about it. Someone said Snap would be way too powerful for Standard, and I don't think that they understand like the kind of spells that are in Standard sets usually. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Like, I am a boomer, but like... Yeah, like... So they said a popular Innistrad card would be reprinted. Liliana the Veil? No. Flashback is pretty much confirmed. Flashback is just about my favorite mechanic. And all the times where they've done something similar to Flashback and then been like, oh, well, in this next set we were going to put Flashback in there, but then we realized we did something Flashback-like recently, so can't do that. Really bothered me, so I'm glad we're finally getting Flashback. Lingering Souls? By the way, I kind of really just talked over the fact that we just won a match by playing hate cards twice in 2 games. We played our one of Rest in Peace. We won the game with that. We played Chalice, and we won the game with that. Now we're against Burn, and we are real fucked. Although Gigadrowse is kind of okay, but I think we have to dictate this turn cycle. Daedric, thank you for the follow. Daedric. Yeah, the thing about Gigadrowse, though, is Gigadrowse is like... It's not getting me anywhere until I have something down that's increasing my resources. And then that could draw me a Prismatic Ending to help me keep surviving. Blood Moon? There's no way they're putting a Blood Moon in Standard, right? Have you seen Standard mana bases in the last couple years? They're like 20 non-basics half the time. Do 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 boo do boo do boo do boo do do wee wee boo do 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 lee lee dee do 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 whoa 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 do do. Standard hasn't had basics since Amonkhet. Zing. Snap and Pioneer could be silly. Yeah, but I want it. I love Snapcaster Mage. Snapcaster Mage is hands down my favorite card of all time. Yeah, they're not putting Blood Moon into Standard and then into Pioneer. They're just not. That's just not happening. That kind of card will never be printed in a Standard environment again. There is Wizard's Lightning in Pioneer, Last God. So, goodness gracious. Okay, I guess it's time to play a 5/5. Oh, I didn't need to fetch there. It keeps some mana open that I don't really need. But I can bluff, I guess. I'm not a big fan of bluffing, but... The 1 point of life was probably more relevant. This is the opposite junky draw. We got flooded this game. Yeah, just dead. There are other Canadians out there. There's one right on your screen. Yeah, this is not technically lethal yet. Behold my mighty Rush collection on iTunes. I even have a lot of the bad albums. And I think some of them are missorted. They're like down here. Oops. Speedy beep. Snakes and Arrows had one good song. There's a bunch of newer albums that have one good song. What is One Little Victory? It's Emra Cute. Oh my god, Emra Cute is so cute. Me? I love it. It's really great. So, Freak, what's the difference from yesterday? Matter Reshaper reshaping into a Reshaper. What I mean, someday I would make you an animated emote, or if you got an artist to do the art, I could animate the emote of Matter Reshaper turning into a Matter Reshaper. I think I'd be able to do that. All right. Boris Charm? Cool. I will take 6. We're really good at drawing like our one-of sideboard cards. Just all of us together, baby. On the plus side, like if I've ever been worried about timing out playing a deck before, I'm not worried about timing out this one, because most games I haven't gotten to make any decisions and I've died. So that's nice. Opponent said gross. Opponent said gross to us. Did they not see how they killed us in game 1? I'm concerned. You can't time out if you can't play. Yes. Yes. So this is 3? Yeah. So it's 2, but that's enough. Agreed, too much salt is gross. I actually put too much salt in the rice I made tonight, and it was really frustrating. Not too much, but enough. Because I was, I forget what cooking channel I was watching, but they were like, yeah, and you gotta salt your rice. And I was like, man, that's probably a really good idea. I mean, I always salt my pasta, so why wouldn't I salt my rice? But I went a little overboard. Play Dictate on opponent's upkeep so they can draw more 1-drops. See, that's thinking with the big brain. Did Twim remind you of that fact, Mord? I didn't have anything else to get other than a screen grab off your stream for this week in Modern, and I didn't want to do that because your stream is like not really high res, so it would kind of, I think it would be kind of just like really crappy looking for you. So I thought the display picture off your Twitter looked good. I mean, obviously it's not a Magic thing, so yeah, I mean, I agree. It's fine for now, but like you should do something about it if it's at all reasonable. You've never salted your rice? I hadn't done it until recently, and I've kind of had mixed results with it. Like, if I get it really, really, really nailed down, it's like just enough so it's tasteable, but not. I'd never salted my rice before this year, and I'm 31. I've been making rice forever. So, it's not. Rice should have salt and butter? Yeah, it's just like not common knowledge. I salted the water, yeah. I mean, I am very white freak, so most things I like, I do enjoy them bland. Well, risotto is totally different, right? Like, that's not like making like plain rice, which then you add flavor to. You're flavoring your rice. So I think I'm gonna fire. If I don't draw timely or something soon, though, we're pretty screwed. Because I'm taking at least 5 this turn. Risotto is not something I've ever made. My buddy makes it all the time, but I didn't grow up with it, so it's just not. No, not you don't do it every night. So they're gonna end of turn Boris Charm here, maybe? No. You want Twim 3 Elazic. Why did they do this way? I mean, Arboreal rice is next to the regular rice at the store. So, I mean... Yeah. Definitely the stirring is, I've heard it's pretty annoying. I usually stock 3 types of rice, so for me, stocking 4 types of rice would not be hard. And then, to be perfectly honest, I don't feel like long grain is really pulling its weight. Well, we're basically dead here. Yeah, I mean, Calrose and Basmati are where it's at for my usual usage. And then I keep long grain because occasionally I want to change up. Then Jasmine's nice if you want something even fancier. But it's like pasta shapes. Like, I like certain pasta shapes more than others, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're dead. No kidding. Okay. Why do cows have hooves instead of feet? Evolution? I think I'd rather just get rid of this now than have the red for a potential future fire. Ah, I see. Last God. Very good. Very good. Aha! You don't laugh because you're intolerant. I'm intolerant of those who lack toes. Yeah. Thalia's not normally in Stoneblade decks like this. Jeskai Stoneblade. Okay. Kind of needed to hit my lands there, so just main phase the Archmage's Charm. Are you, Kaya? You're crazy. Why are you? Is it because it's, like, really fun? Because you want the cards for for Mono Red Eldrazi? Yeah, like, it's a competitive deck that's super fun, but then... I'm gonna go ahead and assume they play Lightning Bolt. And maybe Ragavan? There's no reason to assume that they're not playing Ragavan. Well, the Naya version is playing Traverse, right? I think Traverse is just generally worse than the non-Traverse lists. Just from the experience I had. Yeah, that's what it feels like. And, like, it makes you vulnerable to more stuff. And it just... I don't know. Like, playing more... Like, it's... In the early game, it essentially functions as a tap land. What is this? Hard cast Solitude. I kind of wanted this to protect the Time Warp next turn, but I don't think I can take this much damage. Yikes. I don't really have to play this in response, but... Okay, they're probably not playing Counter Magic, so... Oh, fuck. Well, that's not good. That's, yeah, that's annoying. They didn't take the Chalice, which is, like... just really telling. Well, let's see. Time to do the thing. Oh, play 6. That's fun. So... kill this and hope they don't have removal? Or I can cycle one more. We could tap the Batterskull? Yeah. Woof. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Canadaman? We should do an upkeep. I think I missed it. Nope. Give me more removal. Give me more removal. Yeah, that'll work. So, I pick 4 more targets. Yeah. Nope. Oh, sorry. 3. There we go. Wait for them to equip. What? Oh, because they would have... Yeah, I see. Well, I didn't do that. Because I was planning on targeting their lands, but I also didn't realize that the Thalia and the Chalice were setting me back enough. Yeah, it's fine. I should have waited for them to equip. You're right. That would have been a way bigger blowout. I didn't even consider that was something they might do, so that's why I didn't do that. I didn't look at the math at all. I was just like, I'm doing this to live. Yay. Flicker Wisp. That's the second Dictate gone. Brutal. Remember how I said that Dictate was great because enchantments are hard to interact with? Yeah, we found the deck that interacts with everything and doesn't care. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, this is fun. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't untap the land or anything fancy though. So... immediately trade the Flicker Wisp. Fair. Oh, great. Can set a stop on my next draw step to get an extra draw off the Dictate. Oh, I have to tap this one to make the... Okay, whatever. God damn it, Thalia. Why are you making this so hard? Oh, Pug! Who needs to be good when you're this lucky? Not me. Not me. They scooped. Got him. Oh my god. That was some bullshit. Oh my god. That definitely should not have happened like that, but I'm gonna take it. I will take it. I will absolutely take it. Mom, we did the thing. Mim! Big Mim! God, I love that. That was something. That was something. Good goddamn. Chalice seems pretty bad here. This is not my deck. Phoenix submitted this, and I think it's kind of awful, but Wear Tear. Well, yeah. I'm worried about Cauldron Complete, like making it pointless. Like in the one game where I'm going to draw the Wear Tear, they're going to have the Cauldron Complete, right? But Yeah, I put it in the episode of Twim, Canada Man. We didn't really see why they were playing blue, but they were playing Thalia, so I don't... Dredge. The move to more targeted graveyard hate right now is a nice boon for Dredge. Who's playing targeted graveyard hate? I mean, like, you're obviously... Soul Guide Lantern is kind of targeted, but, like... I'm not... I don't... What else is there? Soul Guide and Relic. Yeah, that's what I thought they were. Oh, like, you mean... Okay, got it. Blue's probably for Lavinia. Yeah, I guess so. Freak, you're among friends here. They're gonna have the Stoneforge, huh? Yeah. Rip is definitely less common. But I wouldn't refer to Soul Guide Lantern and Relic as targeted grave hate. I would refer to Surgical, Cling to Dust, Scoos. These are targeted grave hate in my mind. Single use, yes. Single use. Yeah, yes. Single use rather than permanent. Yeah, I got you. I fell that like a tree. They got the Cauldron. We have Charm. That's why I kept this hand, but unfortunately Thalia has made it pretty untenable. Yeah. Lavinia is definitely... Yeah, that makes sense. Ending and Lavinia seem like both good reasons. They are on 80 cards. We didn't see a Recruiter last game, but they might be playing Recruiters. Like, just because we didn't see it doesn't mean they're not there. You apologize for making me play this? It's fine. I took your money. I mean, it's not like this has been the most egregiously bad deck I've ever played. Like, not even close. Yeah, there's just a lot of choices here that I'm not sure about. Pile, yeah. Urian piles are always piles. Neon Lights, thanks for the follow. Well, the thing is, the oftentimes the best way to... They Prismatic Ending their own Germ. You gotta love it. Oh, they have Maul. Well, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, Grixis Mediums always. Well... What is this to equip? 4? So they can spend their whole next turn killing my Jace. That's probably fine. I think you have to start doing weird things, though. Like, really weird things more. Like playing, like, 2 Imperial Recruiters. But, But I mean, you're kind of there. I mean, Ephemerate brought back Imperial Recruiter decks with like a bunch of random stuff in it. That's kind of your signature move. So, am I playing a 4/4 Murktide Regent this turn? Yeah, I think so. I have no way to protect it from like have to exile, but I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that's worth doing. Need to play some Illusion Tribal. Do I? Not sure on that one. Skyclave this one, opponent. Skyclave this. Nee nee nee. Nee nee nee. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I did see the new Judge promos, Kaya. Do you know my excitement level for them? Yo, Blitz. The new Judge promos with inaccurate creature types? What? There once was a player named Zach who had the best mod named Jack. He works on a cruise and plays lots of brews, all the while looking like a whole snack. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, it's about a 0. Oh. 2 of them should be Phyrexian. Oh my god, they missed the Phyrexian? That's, yeah, Azuri and the Claw of Progress, right? Is that the right card? Yeah, and then Kirk. Yeah. That's really funny. How do you screw that up? Alright. And then the long list of how did you possibly screw that up, Watsy? Yeah, no, but that can't possibly be true, Last God. What it means is they didn't get the right information to the right people. Why not play part? What, just take a turn there? I mean, I could have. It doesn't get me anywhere. Like, what I did was a lot more... Okay, so we play part this turn. If I find like Prismatic Ending or something. That ain't not bad. Oh. Wait, no, it's cast. This is fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we're good. Crack ya. So as long as they don't have a second Solitude. How do you want me to say it, Scrivent? I don't know. I like colorful language, and being someone who's not from the American South, I've always wanted to be from the American South. Not because of the racism. I just like the dialect. Just think it's fun. When I was in the South, I got to say y'all so many times. I did. I meant to do it, and then I had to figure out how to... Oh, I'm doing this too many times. But I should leave up blue. Yeah, okay. So let's do this, and then replicate 6. Yeah, okay. Right, I totally get that, Screwmat. I totally get that. It's just a different thing for me than it is for you. Okay, they're going to have 1 Montagna. You're a northern carpetbagger? You're from Canada, so I guess. I want to be from the American South with fried chicken. Yeah, it's pretty good in some places. Although, is Kentucky in the South? Yeah, exactly. With Canadians, we say, oh yeah, no, for sure. Right on, you know. I just, what is it? Louisville hot chicken or whatever that crap is called. It's not good. So 6, 7, 13. They're dead. You know, it's a nice mechanic, hexproof. I don't know, kill ya? Yeah, nah. So we actually beat them. We actually won a match there. Yeah, this was something. So the question this deck is asking, in my opinion, is, this deck is asking a question. The question is, can you build taking turns without Ren and 6, right? And in my opinion, yes, you can. But there are some very speculative choices in this deck. So I think we want to load up on some of the better cards. I think Dictate is out of date here. And so is Exhaustion. And I don't think Archmage's Charm and Counterspell are where you want to be necessarily. But that said, so I don't know that you necessarily want to play Fires either, because Fires plus Ren and 6 and in a teamer list where you get to play, what is it called? Tamiyo from War of the Spark. I mean, I think that's the best way to play a turns list that isn't Velomachus turns. I think if you wanted to stay closer to this, though, you want to play at least one more Jace the Mind Sculptor. And then you want to play some, like, Teferi Master of Time, some Hero of Dominaria. Part and Temporal numbers should be swapped. Yeah, I guess you could do that. Yeah, that's probably fine. I just want more, like, generally acceptable Planeswalkers in this deck. The thing is, actually paying mana for all your Time Warps when you can't go to Deterministic and you don't have Ren and 6 to guarantee your land drops and give you infinite card advantage, like, I don't think that there's any way that you can make this particularly better than what it was there, but I do think cutting down on a lot of the stuff that I did there is the right way to do it. And I think Counterspell and Archmage's Charm is probably not the way to play this deck. I think you want to play 4 Teferis, 2 Jaces, and this should all be board interaction in the current metagame. Removal deck plus the Dictates plus the good quality Planeswalkers. And then you could play Teferi Master of Time. The Delve extra turn spell? Yeah, you could. I also think a second Hall of the Storm Giants wouldn't be too bad. Or maybe a Colonnade. I mean, obviously Colonnade is a really ridiculous card to try to play right now, but it might not be the worst thing in the world. But, yeah. Gigadrowse was surprisingly okay in a couple of spots. I think you definitely want another color so you can play some other good Planeswalkers or something. Like, Bant gives you Kasmina. I played a Kasmina deck that was pretty sweet a while back, and Kasmina lets your Planeswalkers vomit out little creatures that chump block for you. Grixis for Kess. Yeah. Oh, I know Lost Vault. That is my preference. If someone was ever to ask me to build the best turns deck that wasn't a Velomachus deck, it would just be like Temur Fire's turns with Ren and 6. Fires of Invention is something that the turns deck is like really good at using. And then the green-blue Tameo from War of the Spark is also good because you pick up your Time Warps over and over again. It means you get to play less of the awful turn spells and like just savor the moment. Retracing Warps. Yeah, and you can even retrace Savor the Moment in that deck because you're just casting it off of Fires of Invention. Yeah, Hall of the Storm Giants is a pretty good upgrade for that deck too. As long as you make sure you're playing like 18 to 20 turn 1 2 red green sources, so you can make sure that you're like you can play the hall late. Like you just play like 1 or 2 halls in like a 24 land mana base. We did awaken awaken onto the Hall of the Storm Giants, but that doesn't do anything. That's literally... Oh, but then when you animate it, it does. Got it. But yeah, I mean, sure. I didn't realize I could do that. Yeah. No. Layering doesn't make it weird. It's just +1/+1 counters. Yeah. I get it. But the way I'm looking at that, you're just making it into a 6/6 without the ward for a turn, and then you're paying mana, and then like, okay, yeah, I think the Inkmoth is too cute though. I think the Inkmoth is no good. Add Spiral and Wilderness Wreck. Well, Wilderness Wreck isn't very good in this deck because there aren't enough powerful instants. Like, you want to play Factor Fiction if you're playing Wilderness Wreck, and if you're playing Wilderness Wreck, you just should play a Nexus of Fate deck that's just, like, probably Sultai Nexus of Fate. It's a DIY Thrasios. Sure. Anywho, so yeah. So if you're on the future watching this on the YouTube, and you've enjoyed me suffering through some turn takery, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and check out any of my other videos, and I will see you there.